I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. We love you. We love you. All the way to the White House.
Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people.
So, Governor, forgive me. I've got to sit down because I am not feeling well.
Okay, so I know y'all remember her. That's Ileana Garcia, who I just recently found out is the leader and creator of Latinas for Trump. And she recently released a statement saying that the White House immigration crackdown was inhumane. Now, she said, "This is not what we voted for," State Senator Ileana Garcia said in a statement on Saturday. "I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane."
Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on.
You politicians that are saying this, I don't know if you are saying this because you're hoping to get points back with your community, with your constituents who know that you sold them up the river, but it's not going to work. One, this is what you voted for. Do you not remember when this man held a rally and there was one person there that he didn't like at the rally? So he instructed the group of people to beat that person up and drag them out of the rally?
Get her out of here. But there's a slob. There's a real slob.
If he does that with somebody at a rally, what do you think he would do with the people that he has labeled horrible things that he says don't belong in this country? Y'all did know this was going to happen. This is what you voted for. This is what you wanted. Because if you didn't want this, there was another clear option of somebody who was not going to do any of this. And the fact that you're the leader of a group called Latinas for Trump, that is Latin women for Trump, says it all. I cannot believe that you decided to put out this statement. Girl, bye.
Garcia, I'm gonna need you to be so fucking serious, bitch. I'm gonna need you to be so serious. So you see this one right here? She is the co-founder of Latinas for Trump. Take a good look at what she looks like. She's a Miami Republican who is now condemning Trump for his mass deportations and has blasted him on X and said the following: "I want to put myself on record. This is not what we voted for. Actually, it's exactly what you voted for. I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. Interesting, as he is a horrible fucking person, but let's keep going. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane. I understand the importance of deporting criminal aliens. What we are witnessing are arbitrary measures to hunt down people who are complying with their immigration hearings, in many cases with a credible fear of persecution claims, all driven by a Miller-like desire to satisfy a self-fabricated deportation goal. This undermines the sense of fairness and justice that the American people value." Girl, this is exactly what you voted for. This is exactly what Trump wanted. I don't know what delusion or planet you lived on that you thought it wasn't going to be exactly like this. So yeah, this one's on you, girl. And every single person that voted for Trump and gave not a single fuck about the people who are suffering.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I came across this on my FYP, you guys. So lots of people who voted for TP, especially the Latinas for Trump, are now calling out Trump and saying that this was not what they voted for. While in essence, this was exactly what they voted for. He told them he was going to do this, and now he's doing exactly what he promised he was going to do. Now they are feeling so bad because it's affecting the community directly. But if it was affecting some other community members, I don't think that they will come out to talk about it and say this is not what they voted for. You guys voted for this, and you guys are finding out. Well, it is what it is. I'm going to let some of the videos I've gathered for you guys roll, then I'll come back with my commentary. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch, then I'll come back with my commentary.
The Latinos for Trump, who are now starting to regret their vote, they are now experiencing a very painful lesson in good old-fashioned American history. It's a cautionary tale of, you're not as white as you think you are. And I'll explain. When the Irish first started coming over in the 1800s, America told them, you are not one of us. You are not white. Remember, Irish need not apply. Then the 1900s, the Italians started to come over. Remember, they were not considered white. They were discriminated against. Fast forward to after World War II, Jewish immigrants started coming over. What did America tell them? You are not white. Need not apply. They were discriminated against as well. My issue is not that Latinos are conservative or vote conservative. A lot of minorities have conservative values, would like to vote conservative, vote conservative. It's not that. It's that you vote in a way that you think you're above everybody else. And this country will remind you, you will never be one of them. So my question for the Latinos for Trump, how is ICE supposed to differentiate between you and your brothers and sisters? Because last time I checked, they're targeting American citizens, naturalized citizens. They're getting sent to ICE detention centers because of their fucking stupidity and their recklessness. My issue with a lot of the Latinos for Trump is not that they're conservative or vote red. It's not the issue. The issue is that a lot of you guys think you're better than the rest of us, than everybody else. And I feel like picking on the Cubans, the Venezuelans. Y'all may be considered white, Querita, wherever. You may have blonde hair. You may bleach your hair blonde. You might have blue eyes. You might have fair skin. And in your respective countries, you may be considered white. You may be put on a pedestal. You may have certain privileges because of your proximity to whiteness. But let this be a fucking reminder that proximity to whiteness is not whiteness. And the scale's always going to tip back against you. So never get comfortable. You may be put on a pedestal in your own home countries, your respective countries, but out here in this country, unfortunately, America's going to remind you, you will never be considered white. You can put yourself down as white on all your government documents, and that's your right to do so, but you'll never be a part of the club, y'all. I could have told you that for free. You are still an other, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not. Your last name is Hernandez, Garcia, Gomez, Fernandez. What else? Fill in the blank. Colon. Or you just may have that look to you. Whatever. They're always going to be able to clock that you are not an Anglo-Saxon, my friend. And trust me, they will kiss your ass during election season. They will invite you up to speak. You will be treated as a token blank, token black, token Latino, token Asian. And they need your vote because we're running out of white people. But never forget who put you on that token pedestal. And whoever puts you on a pedestal can knock you right the fuck off of it. So when y'all are starting to get pulled over by ICE, which we're seeing now, we're seeing a lot of the regret, especially in Florida, where they're like, oh, I voted for Trump, my son got paid, I got detained, Y'all are getting your nigga wake-up call. I call it a nigga wake-up call. It's a nigga wake-up call. It's American history. Know it. Take the time to learn it. Understand it. Recognize that history repeats itself. It's happening all over again. The gag is they're doing exactly what they said they were gonna do. I don't know why y'all are shocked. Y'all threw everybody else under the bus because you sit in the front seat of the bus of privilege. But forget that you're still on the damn bus with everybody. And they're not going to be able to tell the difference. I could look at any Hispanic at a grocery store anywhere. Unless you're wearing a MAGA hat, I won't be able to tell who voted for what. Same with ICE. But anyways, have a wonderful day.
I didn't expect to have anyone come onto a video, listen to a child crying, begging for their mother, and comment, "This is music to my ears. This is my ringtone right now." I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. I guess I'm always surprised at cruelty. But, like, I don't get it. The America I was taught about growing up was supposed to be a welcoming place. Like, as far as I know, everyone that's ever come to this country, and mind you, if you look anything like me, your ancestors came to this country. They stole this land. And yet, somehow we are criminalizing people trying to do better. And you can't come at me with this whole we're sending criminals back to where they belong. I don't think anyone is opposed to criminals, legitimate criminals, unalivers, rapists. They need to be held accountable, yes. But my neighbor down the street that isn't a legal citizen yet is working, doing jobs that you don't want to do to provide for their family, and somehow that's criminal. This fear-mongering of trying to convince each other that the person that looks different than you and lives their life different than you is somehow the problem. Like, I mean, the rich are the problem. You know, the people in charge are the problem. But my neighbor isn't the problem. I don't understand how any decent human being is okay with what's going on. That's all it was. I have a voice. I should use it.
When people told you that they were voting for him because of the economy, they were lying. I think people voted for him because this country, too many people in this country, couldn't even think about voting for a black female. So when, but they don't want to say. They're not going to say. I'm not voting for her because she's a woman or she's black. God forbid she's both. Oh, and by the way, she's married to a Jewish guy. They're not going to say that. They're going to say, I'm voting for him because of the economy. They're liars.
Hold on. Completely agree with a lot of what you say. But when we say they're liars, we don't mean all of them. Put your best spin on. Why would some...
He's a good businessman. They think he was going to make us money.
A good businessman, do good for the economy, make money. Okay, smart guy. Why did good people vote for Trump?
You voted for a candidate endorsed by the KKK. Yes. For the rest of your life, you have to know that you voted the same way as the KKK. No ifs, ands, or buts. You voted for hatred. You voted against women, the gay community, Mexicans, against blacks. And you're going to call yourself a Christian? I don't give a fuck if you go to church 23 out of 24 hours.
This is exactly how white people talk about the whole election thing behind closed doors. The same people Latinas wanted to be so close to, this is exactly how they talk about it behind closed doors. They all wanted this other person, but because of whatever thing that people are going to say and how everybody's going to see them, they decided to vote the way they did. And now a lot of people are suffering. Children are, being separated from their parents. When I mean children, young children are being separated from their parents. Parents are being separated from children. People are being separated from their loved ones. People cannot even go close to their loved ones, and they don't know exactly when they will get connected ever again. This is what you voted for. If you say this was not it, this is exactly it. This is exactly it, okay? That woman who was trying to faint or whatever, trying to fall down, saying that she's not feeling so well, that is the co-founder of the Latina for Trump. This woman campaigned so well for this current administration so that other women in the Latin community will vote for the current administration. Now that the consequences of her election, of the whole, voting has come, and she's seen people zip-tied, taken away from their loved ones, children separated from their parents, she is feeling so sad about it and wanted to faint during their section. This same woman was there campaigning and now saying that this is not what they voted for, writing all that plenty tweets out there saying that this was not what they voted for. No, he actually told you this was what he was going to do, and every other person was also telling you that he meant exactly what he said he's going to do, that he was going to really deport people, and your community might be the first in line to witness all of this. But none of you actually listened to anything anybody was saying. You were okay if other people were going to be deported and you being exempted. You were okay with that. But right now, you are not facing the reality, and now you're feeling so sad and saying this wasn't what you voted for and calling all sorts of names, inhumane and all that. But for a fact, you sat down, gathered people, and decided to vote against your own people's interests, knowing fully well that lots of people from your end are undocumented, and when they are coming, they will come for them. They voted for this. Most of the people I see online crying about the whole mass deportation, most of them voted for this current administration. They voted for mass deportation. They wanted other people to get hurt in the process, other people to get deported, but in turn, they are the ones facing the whole mass deportation. And that's why it's as if everyone is silent. Nobody's talking about them. Nobody's, consoling them except sending thoughts and prayers, because that community came out en masse to vote for this current administration. deportation, even when he had promised them that he was going to deport them. Right? He promised them that was going to be mass deportation, but they didn't take time to study what percentage of their community members who are undocumented. They didn't take that time. Instead, they felt other community members were going to face the mass deportation except them, just because they felt they had some kind of status or, you know, understanding. But right now, some of them is either is being revoked or they are all not documented. Well, it is what it is for Latinos, for Trump. They are about to find their way back to wherever they came from. Let me know what your thoughts are, guys, in the comment section. I feel so sad for them, but it is what it is, and I wish everyone have peace of mind at the end. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Okay, guys, bye.